Unpopular opinion. The buildup before a shit is better than the shit. The buildup before a shit is better than the shit. So, we all enjoy taking a good shit. It's incredibly relaxing and cathartic. You can feel stress fall away from you. And if you have a bidet, even better. But no one talks about the buildup to a good shit. And here's what I mean. Your stomach is full of gas, materials. It's rumbling. You can feel it coming. Oh, God. Your butthole, Jesus, your butthole does a nice little quiver, a little pucker. Yes, the anticipation and the buildup is better than the actual action. This confession has meant everything. This is from the social media website Reddit, right? This is not necessarily my opinion. The user, Reddit is anonymous. The username is QuickListen7660. QuickListen7660. If you're out there, if you want money for the use of this, I have very little, but that is the title and the story, the explanation. I'm going to do this just like I do in class. So the title, usually in class, someone would ask me questions, right, about, hey, I give them some time to ask me about vocab, anything unfamiliar, anything completely, oof, I have no idea what that means, or anything, a little bit familiar, but maybe you need some help still understanding it. So in the headline, there's a phrasal noun, the buildup before a shit. Buildup, B-U-I-L-D-U-P, one word. The buildup is the period, the momentum before something happens. So right now, as I record this, there is a quite intense build-up to the Brazilian presidential election, right? The commentary, the news or the fake news, the misinformation, the intensity, the aggression from people, the build-up. So the build-up is the period, the time before something happens, and usually it's a reference to the momentum increasing and building or building up, right? Anything else here? Incredibly relaxing. Cathartic. I imagine this word is probably the same in Portuguese, but I've never used it. Certainly not in this context in Portuguese. But cathartic would mean like alleviando, right? The psychological kind of alleviation or relief or cleaning or releasing. So that would be the cathartic, Cathartic, cat with an H after, and then arctic, cathartic. Bidet, and if you have a bidet, even better. B-I-D-E-T. This is a French word. We keep the pronunciation the same in English as in French. So the E-T, it's pronounced A, bidet. Bidet is not something common in my lifetime in the U.S. I don't think I've ever used a bidet, but certainly not in Brazil. I've never, my friends or the places I go, there's never been a bidet. But a bidet is the thing, maybe the word is the same in Portuguese. I don't know. A bidet is the thing in a toilet, in a special toilet that shoots water up your butt to clean your butt, right? It's a wet cleaning experience versus just dry toilet paper. Um, no one talks about the buildup. Okay, stomach is full of gas materials. It's rumbling. That feeling, right? When your stomach is rumbling or grumbling or making noises and like vibrations. That's to rumble. Um, you can feel it coming. Jesus. I don't like reading this, but your butthole does a nice little quiver, a little pucker. So quiver and pucker. These are little motions, right? Uh, Jesus. Oh man, a quiver is like a little shake, a little shake. A little pucker. I'm going to go to another body part. And so pucker, right? Imagine you're about to kiss someone or you're blowing a kiss to someone. What do your lips do right before right before you kiss or when you're blowing a kiss to someone? It's that motion where they kind of get closer together. Um, yeah, okay. So that's it for quiver and pucker. I don't really want to go deeper into what those words mean in the context of taking a shit. So, um, that's it. A confession. That's the same in Portuguese. So, this confession has meant everything. Meant, meant, and it's in present perfect here. Has meant. Significar, right? To mean something is significar algo, alguma coisa. So to mean, right? This word's very important as a language learner. Excuse me, because frequently you don't know what a word means, and you have to ask, "Hey, what does that mean? What does that meaning, or what is that meaning?" So also we use this a lot in spoken English when you say, "Oh, I didn't mean that," meaning "Eu não queria dizer isso." That's not what I meant. So even this conjugation with the nt, this is an irregular, right? It's not ed in the past simple or the participle, right? The participle again is the third column of verbs, right? Everyone has who has taken any English formal class knows or is familiar or might remember those sheets of paper with three columns of verbs, the base or the infinitive or the present, the past simple, and the participle. So meant is the same in the past simple and the participle. And it's not ed, it's meant, has meant everything. So quick listen, 7660. Thank you for this deep and profound reflection about going to the bathroom. Anyone listening to this, forgive me. But any feedback, any more questions, any doubts, please send them to me and I'll give you a response. I'll try to give you a response. That's the intention. And I hope you enjoyed the topic.